My guy saw Kitae pull up and said nope. And he just dipped, just like that. Yup, he got used again by James. It looks like it's finally about to happen. Jinwang against Kitae. But before that, we see Daniel talking with Gu. He's asking him why he's here, if he's working with James, just what is he up to? Gu says, no, I move alone. I do it for the money. I mean, we all know how the game works for him, yada yada. I'm not sure about this one, but I think this may be the first time that we actually see Gu show his goofy side again after the Hunt for Gun arc. Because after he mentions that he does it for the money and that he actually isn't working for James, he asks Daniel if he didn't just sound cool. I can't lie, I was starting to get a bit uncomfortable to see Gu being that serious like all the time. I mean, that's not how we used to see him. So it was nice to see his goofy side again. After their talk, he asks Gu who that man is. It seems like Allied is not familiar with Kitae, like they have no idea who that is. And even Jinwang has no idea who he is. But of course there's also people who are familiar with his name. Well. How the tables has been turned. The shark guy is calling for his dad, but he basically tells him to shut the fuck up. Kitae tells Jinwang that he wants to bring back the past. Back to the times when there was nothing else but fighting. Daniel's finally starting to get the gist of what James Lee is trying to do, and he tells Kitae that he will stop James Lee. Kitae mentions Daniel's name and says that he doesn't like his eyes after all. Like, how many times has this man mentioned eyes? Like, I guess we could call him the eye genius now. By now. It's finally gonna start. Holy shit. I can't lie for you guys, I had to pull up with this OST, I had to. Because this chapter felt like Aizen fighting against the captains. If you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say, To keep it simple, Kitae queues up for a squad no-fill game and faces off against the Allied. The first person to face Kitae is nobody other than Vasco. He gives him an elbow while using his strength mastery, and guess what? It doesn't do shit. But what actually did surprise me was that he tanked it without using his endurance mastery. Like, what? This guy has to be cheating. Kitae one-shots Vasco by giving him a nasty punch to the face. He gets blasted into the wall, and just like that, the first one is down. But hey, at least Jinwang isn't the only person who can summon walls. At least we know that. Daniel's just standing there looking like Ichigo when he was witnessing all the captains getting violated. With Vasco being down, next up is Zack Lee. He punches Kitae in the face, but it doesn't do that much. But he doesn't give up there. He starts to dance around Kitae a bit with his speed mastery, hoping to catch him off guard, but will it work? Nope. No. There's no way they do my guy Zack like that again. Wait, look at this, wait. Nah. It looks like Kitae is going for a gut punch. Zack is planning to tank the hit by using his Iron Fortress, but that is one nasty looking gut punch, I can't lie. And Zack also falls. Now it's just a 2v1. Holy shit. I'm glad that Zack tried to tank it, because if he didn't use that technique, it would have probably ended up like this. Finjin joins the fight and tries to suplex Kitae using Mujin Jin's technique. But Kitae is actually familiar with Mujin Jin's technique, which kind of caught me off guard. Maybe he has heard it from James, I don't know. But yeah, it didn't work. He told Finjin that he has to polish that more. Last but not least, it's Daniel. You know that one guy in the squad, that one buddy who always clutches up? That's Daniel. But will he clutch up this time? I don't know, let's see. Daniel mentions that he has never gone up against an opponent of this caliber before, and that he has to go all out from the get-go. So Daniel starts off by pulling out all the techniques of the top tiers that he's known of. And by the way, this panel goes hard as fuck. It's absolutely beautiful. Daniel attacks Kitae by using the copy techniques. Just when Daniel was about to copy Tom Lee, Kitae mentions that he has noticed Daniel hasn't achieved any mastery yet and wonders how he's so strong. He's also curious about what will happen when Daniel finally enters the path to mastery. Kitae also one-shots Daniel by just stepping on him. That's insane. Okay, with the fight being over, I mean, it's not over, but you know what I mean. It's over for now. Kitae basically no-diffed Allied. Yep. I've seen many people say that he will go into UI next chapter or next few chapters, but I'm not hoping that he will turn into UI. I mean, it's cool and all, but yeah. I actually think, wait. 1 second, let me pull this up. Do you guys remember when Eli and Samuel faced off against Seok Do Wang? If I believe? I think that's his name. something like that. But before that he was also fainted like Daniel is now, but he still had his eyes open. And he felt like giving up, but suddenly Ali appeared and gave him like a motivation speech. And then he overcame his wall and entered the path to mastery. I think something similar is gonna happen, if not exactly the same to Daniel. I mean, I hope so. It would be way better than him just going into UI again, at least in my opinion. So yeah. But anyways, back to the chapter, Kitae won. But it's not over yet. We've all been there. You know, when you're playing Fortnite, there's a small circle. You thought that you killed the last person, but you haven't won yet. There's one guy left and he's sitting in the bush. That guy's Jinrang. Insane. I can't lie, I completely forgot about him during this chapter, but hey, I guess it's the main fight that we have anticipated before. It's the same as with Allied, he can't seem to land a single hit, but then he pulls out Gap's technique. Kitae is actually surprised by that stance, like the first gen kings and the old man who came to watch, like those, I don't even know their name. And he actually lands a hit, but it doesn't do anything. It seems to have only pissed him off because he saw Gap's technique in person. He answers with a blow from himself, but I don't think I have to say anything, just look at these panels. Oh. I know it looks bad, but I still don't believe that it's over for Jinrang yet. Yeah, I think he's gonna get like a power up, like Gabriel Kim got in this panel. Gu tells Kitae to catch Jinrang and bring him to James, but Kitae has other plans. He actually wants to end his life, so he pulls out his axe and he slashes him. But I don't think he actually got hit. I think it was either Shark Guy or the guy who never went down. I forgot his name, but it may be him or Shark Guy who took the hit. But at the end of the day, Kitae did win a 1v5.